Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can't wait to get the season started. So, can you give us a little bit of update? What have you been up to since you graduated high school?
Well, right out of high school, I served a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Manila, in the Philippines. And then I got back in 2000, and then I went to Utah State University after that, where I got an associate's degree in ag machinery. And after that, I got married, then I got divorced, and then I got married again, and now I'm here at the ranch, living on the family ranch, and I've been here ever since.
Ironically, we are in Manila actually doing this interview, Manila, Utah, that is, where the Rich Rebels play, or they're open their volleyball season. Can you talk a little bit more about your mission trip to Manila? That's very, very interesting.
Yeah, we we were proselyting every day for trying to bring souls to hear the message of Jesus Christ, and I did that, through knocking on doors and through finding people to teach through members, and it's an interesting area. The culture is definitely different from what I was used to, but I grew to love the culture there, and to the people especially. They were very welcoming, and they were quite humble people, but they definitely were kind and trying to do the best they could with what they had. Saw a lot of, as a 19-year-old man, when you see how some other countries have to live in lots of poverty and lots of not a lot of opportunities like we enjoy here in the United States, makes you very grateful for how you were raised and where you came from, and definitely the opportunities that you had growing up and getting to experience, especially here in Rich County, where it's a small town and there's not a lot of people. I go from having just small town, not very many people, to go into that where you're 500,000 people in 2 blocks. So yeah, it was definitely an experience that I'll cherish, but it had its challenges as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. There are a lot of opportunities here that aren't in other countries, and it's kind of sad to see. But can you go over what the day in the life of a rancher is for someone like myself who has never experienced the day in the life of a rancher?
Definitely depends on the time of year. That's kind of what I love about ranching, is it's never just one thing. In the summertime, you're putting up hay, growing hay at first in the spring, growing hay, and then summertime you're harvesting that hay and getting it put in the stack and getting ready for when the cows come home. And then in the fall, you're bringing cows home off the mountains and bringing them back to the meadows and getting them ready to sell the calves, getting the calves ready to sell. And then once you sell the calves, then you got to feed cows all winter, feed that hay that you put up all summer. And then in the spring, you're calving the cows are calving, so you're tending the cows and making sure that the calves are alive and well. And then also you're getting, once the cows are calved out, you got to get them ready to go out on the mountains. So you've got to get the calves branded and ready for turnout, and then we either drive or haul the cows to the mountains for the summer. So depending on the time of year, it's definitely a year-round occupation, and there's really not too much downtime. So it's hard work, but it's definitely rewarding to see, when calves that you sell in the fall, you see, all your hard work, and that when you get that paycheck in the fall, you realize, what it was all for. And so anyway, that's kind of the way it goes.
Thank you, RB. This has been awesome. I really appreciate it. I've actually learned quite a bit so far. Like, I didn't know anything about ranching coming into this, but thanks again for your time.
Yeah.
That was RB, Robert Weston, class of 98 graduate here on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. That was our Where Are They Now segment. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
Welcome back to the Rebel Pregame Show. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab and Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time for the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show, as we are here in Monticello, Utah, as the Rebels are taking on the Monticello Buckaroos. We caught up with both Coach Reed Anderson of Monticello and head coach Tyson Larson of the Rebels. First, we're going to go to the interview with Coach Anderson of Monticello. Well, Coach Anderson, week one is only a few hours away, and I know you're as excited as I am. What are some of the things that you've seen from your team in training camp already this year that you like?
Mostly the biggest thing I've seen is positivity. This is something new and something that our kids feel they can find some success with. Some years you go in knowing, oh wow, we're weak at a couple spots, and teams are just going to expose that. And while we still have those challenges, playing an 8-player, it's less. There's less of. The holes are a little smaller, and I think that carried over into the positivity that the team has, which when the team is positive, it makes practice and everything else a little more enjoyable.
What are some of the challenges that 8-man football present over traditional 11-man football?
8-player, it's pretty fast. I didn't realize how much faster it would be by just taking 2 linemen off the field. Taking off the receiver was one thing, but taking those 2 linemen off the field, with 5 linemen, even when you add tight ends onto that, there's a lot of slow play that happens. It's a little slower. With 3, it's very quick up front. So that was kind of the biggest thing for me when we started looking at it, was just how fast up front at the line of scrimmage things are. The rest of the stuff seems pretty straightforward. Like it wasn't, you didn't have to change too much in terms of what you instruct the players on. You get offset a receiver, where you run your routes. Those are all still the same things, but it was just that speed up front that changed quite a bit.
Who is one player on your team that you expect to have a really good season this year?
I'd have to go with our quarterback, J.D. McDonald. He, last year he was a sophomore. He kind of got thrown into it unprepared, due to injuries, and he made some improvements along the way. But this year, I think, he's got a little better grasp of what he's doing back there. I mean, last year was his first year ever playing quarterback, so now with a year under his belt, I think we should see him start to flourish a little bit.
What is one challenge that you have seen in film or in past years that you've played, Rich? What is one challenge that it presents when you're trying to game plan against the Rebels?
Rich is always, they're always tough. Like, the kids don't give up. They're not ones where if you can get on them or you get down that they're going to let up on you. That not every team can say that. And so when you go after them, it's like, okay, they usually have different weapons in different places, and they usually utilize those weapons in different ways. And because you know they're just going to go hard each and every play, sometimes that's a little hard to game plan for, because you know you're not going to get, an easy play here or there. You're going to have to grind for every single one.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you taking time to do this interview.
Yeah, no problem.
That was Reed Anderson, head coach of the Monticello High School football team.
When we return, we'll hear from Rebel head coach, Coach Tyson Larson, making his Rich Rebels debut as as the head coach on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
I'm here with head coach of the Rich Rebels football team, Tyson Larson. Coach Larson, how are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing really well. I'm excited for the season to kick off. And you have a very intriguing first couple weeks of the season where you guys are going to be playing a couple 8-man games. Can you talk about some of the challenges you're facing with going from 11 to 8-man?
So challenging would definitely be the word, because we started 11-man. That's how we kind of started our little camp and season. Then we're focusing back to 8-man, especially where we have 3 games right out of the gate that are all 8-man, which you wouldn't think, but it's a little bit different of a game for sure. There's a lot more space, and the way you get rid of some players, it definitely changes some blocking and way the play's designed. So it's definitely been challenging, and I think more challenging will be to go back to 11-man once we get, I guess, in the routine of 8-man for a few weeks. But hey, it's all good. I love playing football, so I'm glad anything's better than nothing.
What are some of the challenges that an 8-man game would present over an 11-man game?
I would say more space. There's a lot more space on the field. That makes things better offensively, but defensively makes it a lot harder because you got a lot more space to cover. Another challenge is you lose a couple offensive linemen and only one running back, so that just changes things. It changes blocking, and it changes not getting some of those bigger kids in there, so we're going to have to get creative trying to sub them in at those other spots and try to improve some of our blocking, because it changes when you get rid of 2 linemen and only 1 running back. The ratio kind of gets messed up a little bit, but it'll all work out. We're going to try to make it as close as we can to 11-man type stuff, and we'll run from there.
So word from around camp is you guys are implementing a new tackling technique, something sort of similar to what the Seattle Seahawks did a few years ago. Can you talk about that for me?
Yeah, for sure. We're trying to do that to also appease some parents that are worried their kids are going to get hurt. We think that might lessen the amount of injuries we have, and we're just trying to hit lower and not and all the coaches joke about it. We were always taught old school and stick your head in front and bury through a guy, but that doesn't work with all of our kids. So we're trying to come up with something that works for all kids, big, small, hitting them low, and hopefully still causing some turnovers with that.
Can you talk about your week 1 matchup?
So Monticello. So we and it's huge. These first few weeks are huge because they determine seeding for the end of the year. So the playoffs that we're in, the postseason that we'll have this year, where we went independent, the only option is now to do an 8-man postseason, and the only 8-man games are our first 3 weeks. So the rest of the games don't even affect the RPI. So we got to be ready to go the first 3 games. And it's Monticello, so it's been a kind of a natural rivalry, I think. So this is only my first year, but we've played Monticello for years. We've had some back and forth battles, so hopefully we can take care of business.
That was head coach of the Rich Rebels football team, head coach Tyson Larson. Thank you for your time.
We want to thank We want to thank the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital for sponsoring our coaches show today. When we return, we'll talk about the Green Scene, sponsored by Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty. Selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho, Pam Cornea, 435-779-0012. You're tuned into the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
Welcome back to the Rich Rebel pregame show, live on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time for the Green Scene, brought to you by Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty, buying and selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. And honestly, I'm going to bring in Rob Leifson, who is going to be doing color commentary today, and we are excited to be here as it's a beautiful day with freshly cut grass. This smells like high school football, Rob.
It's Friday night under the lights. Rich does not get a chance to do this very often.
Yeah, there's something to be said about playing a high school football game under the lights. I mean, I was only a backup kicker in high school football, but just being out there with your friends, it's awesome. Freshly cut grass, the freshly painted field too. I mean, some of the Rebels might come back with a little bit of orange on their uniforms. Is that M right at center field? Right in the midfield, that logo looks freshly painted.
It does, but it's nice. It's about 70 degrees. If we can keep some of that shade from that sunshine, this is going to be a perfect setting.
Yeah, the only thing that might be holding us back a little bit is the sun, which seems to be peeking down behind the clouds, and hopefully maybe the mountains can block out the sun a little bit. But it's a beautiful night. It's a great night to start the high school football season. We're excited. I'm Aaron Poling with Rob Leifson. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money 2 ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Before that commercial break, you were listening to the Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty Green Scene, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam Cornea today, 435-779-0012. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. When we get back, and we're going to go to the keys to the game right after the national anthem. We're going to go radio silent for a couple seconds. We'll be right back after the anthem. Welcome back to the Rich Rebels pregame show. Thank you to the Manila Pep Band for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. We're going to move on to our epic recreation keys to the game. We're going to bring Rob Leifson back in, and we're going to talk about some of the keys to this matchup, especially with 8-man football. Rob, tackling is the name of the game. Win your one-on-one battle.
Yep. If you miss a tackle in this setting, you're going to pay a dear price. So a broken tackle or a missed tackle is going to be huge.
Also, win your one-on-one battle everywhere else on the field. If a corner gets burned on a quick out route, that could be a 5-yard, out route in a normal game, but an 8-man, that could be a 40-yard touchdown. Also, on the line, there's only 3 linemen, so you got to be able to lock up your guy on the line.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot more on accountability, I think, in 8-man, where position responsibility is going to be huge.
Thank you, Rob. Well, these have been our epic recreation keys to the game. Make your next vacation epic. Visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Welcome back to the Rich Rebels pregame show. We're coming to you live from the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. We are about a minute away from kickoff as the Rebels will receive the opening kick. We're going to go to Rob Leifson real quick with our starting lineups.
So this is a little bit easier with 8 men, but for the Rebels, Noah Perry will start at wide receiver. Trey Walker in the backfield is one of the running backs. Hunter Pace is quarterback. Levi Stonehouse is the other wide receiver. Max Perry is the running back. Talon Pace, Jordan Johnson, and Jack Bell up front, with Jack being the center.
And with that, both teams are lined up. Kick is off, and we are underway in the 2022 high school football season as the Rebels return it back to across the 33-yard line where the rack is taken down.
Levi Stonehouse with the reception.
Have a little bit of difficulty getting our clock up. 11:55 to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebels on their own 33-yard line. Snap is back. Run up the middle. Out to about the 40-yard line before he's taken down by a host of Buckaroos.
Max Perry in there, you see right off the bat, Aaron, a couple broken tackles turns into a bigger play than you would anticipate.
Perry is going to be a key component of this Rebels offense all season. He is a big kid. As the fumble looks like it's...
Now, juggled a little bit by Trey Walker, but he did get the first down.
That is an LSR refrigerated first down. Our first down of the season. As that opening kickoff was brought to you by the town of Woodruff. LSR refrigerated with that first down. Handoff to Perry. Rumbles around the right side. Gains the 50-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. The Rebels offense is coming and making a point of pounding the football.
Trey Walker with that carry. He gets a little bit to the outside, which helps.
Excuse me, it was Walker. Rebels come out. Quarterback under center. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Back in the backfield is Perry.
Looks like a little confusion on the play there, which you would anticipate at the first game of the season, and Pace has to keep that himself.
Good job, though.
Yeah, it does gain a yard.
Good job by Pace to get past the line of scrimmage, although the play was blown up. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Rebels. 10:29 to go in the first quarter. We're having issues with our clock. We will try to get back to those. We'll keep you up to date on time verbally. Rebels come out in a I formation. Perry the fullback. And we're going to get a flag on the play. Illegal procedure. False start against the Rebels. That'll back them up 5. Make this a little bit less of a manageable 3rd down. You're going to have to open up the playbook a little bit more on a 3rd down, and it's going to be 8 for the Rebels. Third down and 9 for the Rebels officially. As this has been a very impressive opening drive, Rob, where the Rebels have been able to march the ball. When they get it to their backs, they've marched it down the throats of the Buckaroos, excuse me. Rebels come out 1 back in the backfield. It's Perry, 2 receivers right. They look right. Quarterback throws. It's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 9.
Trying to catch Noah Perry across the middle, and they did a good job of letting the defense come through, but just couldn't make the connection.
Pace's pass just a little too far out in front. It'll bring up 4th and 9, and it looks like the Rebels are going to punt it away.
Hunter Pace back to kick.
Back deep for the Buckaroos is Tug Davis. Punt away. As that ball is going to bounce on the Buckaroos' 45-yard line and bounce down to the 41. The Buckaroos will take over 1st and 10 with 9:43 to go in the first quarter. I'm Aaron Poling with Rob Leifson. You're listening to a Bear Lake Realty presentation of Rebels football. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break, except never mind. Not wasting very much time. The offense is out on the field. They're ready to go. Buckaroos 2 receivers right. And we are going to get a flag on the play.
Getting a little anxious on the defense. Jumped a little bit off sides. For the Mustang, or for the Buckaroos, you've got Don Atwood at quarterback. J.D. McDonald at quarterback. Chandler Henderson at wide receiver. Easton Young at wide receiver. Tug Davis and Nicholas Lundell on the line. Landon Ewert at the running back. Javelin Robinson, the wide receiver. And Don Atwood is the center.
McDonald's pass is caught to the 20, to the 10. And that is going to be a touchdown on the first play of the game for the Buckaroos. That is a great pass from McDonald on the slant. 6-0 Buckaroos early. 9:32 to go in the first quarter. As, like we talked about in the opening, if you beat your man, you have a long way to run. There's not 2 safeties instead of 1 on the field. Those 3 players make a difference, and right there it comes back to bite the Rebels. 9:32 to go in the first quarter. They trail 6-0. McDonald will kick the extra point. Ball snapped, hold good, kick is on the way. It is good. And with 9:32 to go, it is the Buckaroos 7, the Rebels 0. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. You're listening to a Bear Lake Realty broadcast of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. The station on main scoreboard says the Buckaroos 7, the Rebels nothing. The Rebels will get the ball back. Their last drive stalled out, Rob, but they did move the ball pretty well as it kicks away. And the returner falls on the ground. That ball is going to die at the 2-yard line. Picked up by Stonehouse, and he goes around the right side. He gets back to the 10-yard line as Trey Walker slipped on his approach to the catch. He was underneath the ball, lost his footing, and we are going to get a 1st and 10 from about the Rebels
5-yard line.
The Rebels offense got some work to do as it's moved out to about the 8. First and 10 Rebels. Let's see what they come out with. They did a good job running the ball, especially with Perry the last possession.
Perry was a workhorse last year. I expect to see him get a lot of carries.
They faked the handoff to Perry, and it looks like
I think that was a keeper by Pace.
Pace keeps it, and he's going to go for about 2 yards around the left side. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Rebels. We're going to get a timeout called by head coach Tyson Larson. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. You're listening to a Bear Lake Realty. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Schwab and Plain Tire broadcast booth as we are in a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. It's Walker around the right side. He is going to pick up enough for a first down. That is an LSR refrigerated first down.
Let's try to give you the defense for the Monticello Buckaroos. They've got Don Atwood at defensive end, Javelin Robinson, middle linebacker, Landon Ewert, cornerback, Nicholas Lundell as the nose guard, Tug Davis, the defensive end, Easton Young as a cornerback, and Zach Thane as outside linebacker.
Pace lines up under center. They go pitch, and they pitch it to Perry. Perry shakes a tackle in the backfield around the left side, and he's going to rumble for about 5 yards. Heck of an effort from Max Perry as he was hit in the backfield, but he picks up 5 yards after the contact, and that's something we can expect a lot out of Max Perry.
He can shed a block or two. The last defensive outside linebacker for Monticello is Robert Morrison.
That brings up 2nd down and 6 from the Rebels' 37-yard line. As Pace comes out under center, Perry in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and we are going to have an official whistle on the play as they're going to make a player come out and substitute.
Yeah, it looks like Javelin Robinson's got some blood or something making him come out of the game.
8:32 to go in the first quarter. The station on main scoreboard says Monticello 7, Rich nothing. Pace under center, gets the snap, pitches it to Perry. A little miscommunication in the backfield as Perry was going the other way from Pace. Perry does a good job to pick up some of the yards that he was going to lose. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 instead of what could have been a 3rd and 11 possibly, as Perry made a man miss in the backfield. Brings up another long 3rd down for the Rebels offense. Last 3rd down play, they did have a man open on a out route, unable to connect. As the ball's on the left hash, 2 receivers to the right, 1 in the backfield. Pace under center, gets the snap. Makes a move in the backfield, makes a couple men miss. Out in the open field, around the right side, out to the 45-yard line. He's going to pick up a first down. Heck of an effort there from Pace as he made 3 people miss in the backfield to avoid the sack and picked up the LSR refrigerated first down. LSR refrigerated. Darren and Tricia and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck. What a run there from Pace.
You can credit Max Perry for a block on that one as well to get him free because it looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield.
Hunter Pace making magic out here as he lines up under center in the eye. 1 receiver on each side. Pace gets the snap. Looks to his left. Throws deep. And that is going to be caught by number 5, Jaden Desch. What a catch there as he got position, and that's going to be the first completion of the game for Pace, and what a way to pick up your first one. That is an LSR refrigerated first down.
Jaden Desch playing for Rich High now, coming from the Evanston Red Devils.
As the Rebels go hurry up offense, same formation. They hand it off to Perry, up the middle, and it's going to be whistled down as is it a false start called against the Rebels. That'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. They went a little too quickly in the no huddle as it'll cost them 5 yards. The ball's on the Buckaroos' 45-yard line. First down, 15 yards to go. And the Rebels have found success opening up the offense, whether it be a quarterback scramble or opening it up and throwing. That last pass played a big chunk of the field for about 37 yards. 1st and 15 for the Rebels. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They pitch it to Perry around the right side. Cuts back, and he's going to be tackled. That is a nice play on defense there from number 1. That is Easton Young. That's a good play on the corner there because Perry had a bunch of room to run if he gets around that man. Picks up 3 on the play. 2nd down and 12. For a big man, Perry's also very shifty, and that makes it doubly hard to tackle him as he can make you miss and he can also run you over. And that's something as a defensive back, it is hard to bring a big back down. As the Rebels come out in the I formation, receivers split out both sides. Snap's going to be a QB sneak. It's Pace up the middle. Sheds a tackle at about the 35. Gets it out for enough for a LSR refrigerated first down. A middle linebacker blitzed up the middle, and I think Pace may have made an executive decision to go ahead and keep that one himself, and he picks up the first down, a 12-yard gain. Good read there from the quarterback as he's had a very good drive.
There's where some experience pays off because you can see that linebacker. If you can get around him, 8-man, you're gone.
One receiver in the backfield. They motion the man to the middle.
That's Walker with the carry.
Walker carries it around the outside. He's going to be tackled just short of the first down.
Nope.
Excuse me, it's going to be a first and goal from about the 5-yard line. Rebels on the doorstep. Let's see if they can punch it in. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. Excuse me, sorry. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football as they come out in the I formation.
Pace up the middle.
Keeps it again. He's going to pick up 3 behind the block from his center, just pushing the big man. The big man leading the way.
That's Jack Bell up on as the center.
It'll bring up second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Rebels knocking on the door. See if they can cash in. This is going to be huge for them this game. If they can cash in on their opportunities in the red zone, you don't want to leave points out there on the field. Come out in the I formation. Receivers split out both sides. Pace keeps it himself. And he's going to get it. He's going to get in, and that's going to be a touchdown. Rebels, they answer back after the long touchdown from the Buckaroos. 7-6. The Rebels cut into the lead. Let's see if they can tie it. Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. The Rebels want the lead.
Well, kicking game isn't our strongest suit, so if we can go for 2, that'll pay off right here.
And that looks like what the Rebels are going to do. They come out empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pace checks the play, lets his receivers know, gives a little hand signal. Gets the snap, fakes the draw, and that's going to be swallowed up by the entire defensive line of the Buckaroos. And with 4:51 to play, it is the Rebels, it's the Buckaroos 6, the Buckaroos 7, the Rebels 6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
As the punt's away, Walker telling everyone just to walk away or get away from it, and that ball is going to take a Buckaroos bounce down to about the 11-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. I'm Aaron Poling. This is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab and Plains Tires broadcast booth. While we were away at commercial, the Rebels picked up 1 yard on the ground.
Trey Walker with the Gary.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. 3:24 to go. The Rebels trail 7-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Both possessions offensively looked pretty good. As the Rebels wait for Walker to tie his shoe, see if they think the playoff. Might need to use a timeout here. Perry in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Walker, the back in motion. Pace is going to pass. Looking left. Throws there. And it's off the hands of Perry. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Had him open.
That's one that maybe a couple games down the road, Perry's going to catch 99 times out of 100. Just maybe a little bit of first game jitters in his first reception attempt ends in a drop. It's a good pass from Pace, though. If you're the Rebels, that's very, very encouraging. Come out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pace looking, back up the middle, makes a move around a man. Gets out across the 20, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Just enough for the LSR refrigerated 1st down. Pace has done that a few times already in the first quarter where it didn't look like he had much, but he was able to make bread with what little he had.
He's got some shifty moves, and I think he's enjoying this little bit of green grass with the 8-man. There's a little bit more space out there.
And just a reminder that the out-of-bounds line in 8-man football is a little different. It is the bottom of the numbers, not the traditional out-of-bounds line that an 11-man football field would have. They run the option, pitch it to Walker, around the left side, and he is going to go out of bounds for a 3-yard gain. Once again, the Rebels have run out of bounds a couple times, and I think they were looking at the traditional sideline where that one looked like it was going to be a much better run, except for the new sidelines hindered the progress. 2nd down and 6.
Running the option, I think, with this 8-man offense is going to be key because it makes the defense have to commit.
2 backs in the backfield. The hand to Perry. Perry looks like he fumbles it's a fumble on the play. As the referees look to recover, I think Perry fell on it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Rebels offense. This is a lot of fun, Rob, where you can open up the playbook, only need 2 yards. See what the Rebels decide. They've done a good job pounding the rock so far today, as they've picked up the majority of their yards on the ground. Pace under center. 2 receivers right. Perry in the backfield. Receiver to his left. Gets the snap. Looks to pass. Throws off his back foot, and that is going to be intercepted by Easton Young. And Easton Young has no one in front of him. That is going to be it's going to be out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Heck of an effort there from Young, as that ball was tipped in the air a couple of times. Rebels defense will need to make a stop here. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. 1:52 to go in the first quarter. The Station on Main scoreboard says that the Rebels trail the Buckaroos by 1, 7-6. And what has been a very, very well contested first quarter.
Trey Walker had a shot at that ball, but it kind of just juggled it up in the air, which gave Young a chance to grab that out of the air, take it the other way.
You have to give a lot of credit to number 72, Donovan Atwood, pressured the quarterback in that situation as Buckaroos run up the middle. It is Robinson. Picks up about 6 yards on the play. It'll be second down and goal from the 4-yard line. See if the Rebels defense can muster up a stand here. McDonald under center. They hand.
It's to Robinson.
So they hand to Robinson, and he scores a touchdown. It's going to be 13-6. Buckaroos over the Rebels. 1:23 to go in the first quarter. As the Buckaroos extend the lead to 7. McDonald to kick the extra point. Snaps good, holds good. Kick is through the uprights and good. 14-6 Buckaroos. The station on main scoreboard says 14-6 Buckaroos. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. Also, the first quarter is sponsored by Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink in Randolph. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger, except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab and Plain Tires broadcast booth. You are watching a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. The station on main scoreboard says 14-6 Buckaroos, 1:23 to go. Walker fields it at the 12. Patiently waits for his blocks to set up, and he is going to rumble out to the 25-yard line where he runs into a whole host of Buckaroos led by number 30, Tavon Black. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Rebels, looking to respond after a bad break off of the hands of a receiver, ended in an interception last possession. 1:17 to go in the first quarter. This first quarter is brought to you by Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink in Randolph. Pace comes out under center. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver split out to each side. They hand to Perry, who is hit at the line of scrimmage. He continues to fight, but he's going to be pushed backwards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 from the Rebels' 25-yard line. Heck of an effort there from Perry, but he just could not break through as 2 Buckaroos had a hold of him. 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rebels walk up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Back in the backfield. That's Hoffman, Riker Hoffman. They give to him around the right side. Makes a man miss, and he is tackled from behind. That is a nice hit there, put on.
Carrier's actually Wyatt Shute, 34. He's a junior.
Hit was put on by Javelin Robinson, who's had quite the game so far. Touchdown, and that was a huge hit. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Rebels. 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Let's see if the Rebels get a playoff before the end of the quarter. Pace under center. And it looks like Coach Tyson Larson is going to call his guys off the field.
Let the quarter run out.
That'll do it for us here in the first quarter. That first quarter is brought to you by Crawford Trough, the place to eat to drink in Randolph. The station on main scoreboard says Monticello 14, the Rebels 6. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us here on 98.3 mylocalradio.com. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. I'll be right back after this quick commercial break with the second quarter.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need. plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and watching live on mylocalradio.com. We are in the T7 Propane second quarter. T7 Propane. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208.
As you look at the stats on that first quarter, you'd think Rich would be up total yardage 136-78, but the advantage for the Buckaroos is they had a short field and the 64-yard touchdown play did the damage.
Realistically, the Buckaroos offense has been 3 plays so far where they've exploded for 14 points. Rebels have the ball to start the Rebels have the ball 3rd down and 9 to start the T7 Propane second quarter as Pace drops back to pass, makes a move in the backfield, has a man open. It's Walker. Walker gets the LSR first down across the 50 to the 40, and he is going to be dragged down from behind, except he stepped out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That'll be 1st down and 10. That is an LSR refrigerated first down. LSR refrigerated. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck. 1st and 10 from the Buckaroos 44-yard line. 11:51 to go in the second quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Rob Leifson. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebel football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. Pace sends Walker in motion. They give to him. Up the middle. Makes a man miss, and he falls out to the 40-yard line. That'll be 2nd down and 6. Good effort there from Walker as they run a little motion counter trap. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but that's some of the creativity you can use in 8-man football.
One of the other keys of the game, no matter what game it is, but turnovers are huge, and that interception is the other thing that cost the Rebels in the first quarter.
Pace under center. It's Perry in the backfield. Grohl and Walker split out to the left. Pace back to pass, looks left, goes back right. Has a man. That is going to be an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 40-yard line. The Buckaroos 40, that is. 11-12 to go in the second quarter.
Pass intended for Jaden Desch, who was looking for a flag but didn't get one.
It's 3rd down and 5. You'd have to think this is 2-down territory for the Rebels on their opponent's side of the field. You need 5 yards. You'd have to believe your offense can get 5 yards in 2 plays. Pace comes out under center. 2 receivers right. 1 to the left. It's Perry in the backfield. Send Walker in motion. They pass. It's a bubble screen to Perry, and that is going to fall incomplete. As the Rebels got the look they wanted, just the pass was not complete. No one's leaving the field, so it looks like the Rebels offense is going to go for it.
Another one of those first game, we'll get better at that during the season.
Week 5, that's probably a 5-yard gain for a first down on a nice little swing route to one of your best players in open field. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Rich Rebels. And with that, you are listening to a Bear Lake Realty presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. The station on main scoreboard says the Buckaroos lead 14-6. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. We are in the T7 Propane second quarter, 11:08 to go in the second quarter. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson providing the color commentary. The station on main scoreboard says 14-6 Buckaroos over the Rebels. It is 4th and 5. Rebels are going to go for it I love this move from Coach Larson. Have some faith in your players. Let them go out and make a play. Hunter Pace has been magical so far today. They come out under center. 2 receivers to the right, back in the backfield. They send Walker in motion. They fake the handoff. Pace scrambles. He's going to throw it. Has a man open. That is number 2, Carter Grohl. Carter Grohl with the catch all the way down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Rebels, as we have a player hobbled on the play.
That's Levi Stonehouse, but the catch was made by Noah Perry, number 2.
Excuse me, that is Noah Perry. As Stonehouse is able to get to the sideline under his own power, that's good to see. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a stinger, and he'll be able to get back into the game.
Pace did a good job of buying the time to get a chance to throw that ball.
Into the game for the Rebels is number 34. That's Wyatt Shoop. As Pace scrambles right, finds his man. That's 5. Jaden Desch. And Jaden Desch is going to have a 9-yard reception. Good pass there off the back foot from Pace. And it looks like Pace is starting to catch his rhythm. He's looked sharp after the interception.
Second catch for Jaden Desch in the game.
That's something you do like to see out of your quarterback. He had an interception that maybe he would like to have that one back, but since then he's come out and he's had some great completions, had some great plays. He's making things happen for this offense, and that's what you expect from your quarterback. 2nd down and 1 from the Buckaroo 11-yard line. They come out, I formation, receiver split to the right, split to the left. Pace under center. Looks over to the sideline. Gets final instructions from his coach. Pace, keeper up the middle. That is going to be good for an LSI refrigerated 1st down, as all 16 players on the field get into the pile and they start pushing. That's something you got to love about football. 9:22 to go in the second quarter. We are in the T7 propane second quarter. 14-6. Rebels trail the Buckaroos. As the Rebels they've done some really good things in this first half. They may be trailing, but their offense has moved the ball down the field a couple of times with a really long 90-plus yard touchdown score in the first quarter. And another drive that just stalled out. Rebels come out. 3 receivers to the right. Trips right. Max Perry is the back in the backfield. Pace gets the snap. Rolls to his right. Looks for the pass. Corner of the end zone. That is Jaden Desch for a touchdown. But you got to give props to Max Perry for throwing a block in the backfield on the blitzing linebacker, allowing the time for Pace to find Desch in the corner of the end zone. 14-12. The Rebels cut into the lead. They'll go for 2 in the tie. See what the Rebels draw up here. Last 2-point attempt didn't pan out as they were stuffed in the backfield. Come out in the I formation. Receivers split to each side. It's Pace. Pitches it to Perry. Around the right side, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Max Perry made a nice cut in the backfield, walks into the end zone. We got a tie ball game, 14-14. And if you're the Rebels, that's got to feel good. Despite a couple of mistakes, you're still in this ball game. 8:50 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. I'm Aaron Poling, along with Rob Leifson. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
So this is the Reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home. Sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails. Brand new homes now starting at $600,000. Quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. Buckaroos go in motion. McDonald hands it off. A missed tackle in the backfield as that is going to be number 1. Easton Young makes a move around the right side, cuts it back up the middle, out to about the 40-yard line. As he is slow to get up. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Still no sound.
We'll bring up 3rd and 1. Buckaroos on their own 41-yard line. McDonald in the shotgun.
Motion on the Buckaroos.
It'll be a false start. Back him up 5 yards.
Only the 2nd penalty on the Buckaroos, which is a good sign in the first game of the season.
Fortunately, I think both of them have been false starts and key downs. One a 4th down, this one a 3rd down. That backs them up 3rd and 6. See what the Buckaroos do. They've opened the offense up. They opened the offense up in the first quarter, but since then they haven't run very many passing plays. It's been mostly runs. McDonald, the junior, in the backfield. He's joined by number 12. That's Javelin Robinson. Not a bad name for a running back, Javelin. Maybe even better name for a linebacker. As McDonald in the shotgun, Robinson to his right. 2 receivers right, 1 goes in motion. They hand it to Javelin Robinson. Makes a move and he fumbles it. And that ball goes right into the hands of Trey Walker.
Yep.
And Walker was inbounds when he recovered that. That is going to be 1st and 10. The Rich Rebels take over. That is a Town of Garden City turnover where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit GardenCityUtah.us for more information. That is a huge turnover. Both teams now have 1 turnover where they've left the other offense with a shortened field. This could be a huge turning point in this game for the Rebels. They have a shortened field. They take over on the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. 7:05 to go in the 2nd quarter. We are in the T7 Propane 2nd quarter. You are listening to a Bear Lake Realty presentation of Rebel football as they come out in the I formation. 1 receiver split out wide to the right and left. Snap, pass play. Pace, looks over the middle. It's got Walker. Walker with the catch all the way down to the 20. Catches at the 25-yard line. Falls forward to about the 17. A shoestring tackle there from the Buckaroo. Saves a touchdown. And you could see on the sideline, the Rebels knew it. 1st and 10. Rebels on the 21-yard line. That is an LSR 1st down. LSR Refrigerating. LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallenstein family wish the Rebels good luck. They come out, same formation, full I formation. 2 receivers split out. They hand to Carter Hoffman, as he bounces it out to the 20-yard line for a gain of 2. 2nd down and 9 for the Rebels. Ball will be placed on the 20-yard line. Jaden Desch checks back into the ball game for the Rebels as he caught the last touchdown.
You're starting to see a lot of rotation from the Rebels. Case and Ufker up on the line as well as you try to deal with the stamina in an 8-man game.
Rebels come out I formation. They hand to Walker. Walker fights his way forward for about a 5-yard gain. One thing that Coach Larson, talked about in the pregame show is just rotating some of the offensive linemen up front, just because when you go back to 11-man football, if you've only used the same 3 linemen, they're not the 2 that haven't played. That's going to be like their first game of the year, and you don't really want that going back into 11-man.
Rebels get the first 3 games as 8-man, correct?
That is correct. It'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 16-yard line. As you can see on the camera, the nose tackle is already down on a knee. 5:19 to go in the 2nd quarter. Rebels come out with 1 receiver to the right, I formation. Fake the handoff. And Pace is going to be sacked right away as the ball is loose. That's going to be, they're going to rule him down on the forward progress. That'll bring up 4th down for the Rebels. It'll be a 4th and 12.
Give Javelin Robinson the credit on the sack. Pace had nowhere to go.
It'll be 4th and 12 from the Buckaroo 24-yard line. Rebels look like they're going to go for it. 4th and 14 on the opponent's 24-yard line. If you turn it over on downs here, they still have to march down the field. I like this call. Throw it towards the end zone. See if you can get yourself a tip ball or get a man open. And that's what they intend to do. Pace steps up, fires deep, and that is going to be incomplete as they tried for a touch, as they threw it to the end zone. Good defense there from Easton Young as he locked up Jaden Desch. It'll be turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Buckaroos from their 24-yard line.
Hunter had some open ground there in front of him, but he saw that Jaden had a step on his defender and gave it a good shot.
Rebels defense will come back out on the field. I would say they would be refreshened after the offense has been on the field for the majority of the second quarter, but most of these players are two-way players. As McDonald rolls right, looks back, tries to find Young, and that's going to fall incomplete as it looked like he was in between two receivers expecting Young to go upfield. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Buckaroos on their own 24-yard line. Come out. Two receivers out wide. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Back in the backfield. McDonald looks to pass again. Sheds a tackler. Cuts back up the field. Runs into his own man, but he's going to keep going. Gets a block, and he's going to be tripped up at the 40-yard line. There's good effort there from the pursuing Rebels defense.
Wyatt Shoup with the pressure, but Noah Perry had a good shot at him in the backfield that got him to scramble to begin with.
It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Buckaroos. 4:11 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. As they come out, two receivers to the right, back on the right side of McDonald. Gets the snap. Rolls right again. This time he's going to throw. And this time he has a man open. That's Landon Ewert. Catches the ball at the 40-yard line. Falls forward for a 2-yard gain. That is going to be a 1st down for the Buckaroos. And that is technically their first down of the game, just because every other play of 10-plus yards has gone for a touchdown.
Ewert's a big target, number 4.
McDonald comes out in the shotgun. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Hands to Javelin Robinson, makes a move around the outside, and he is going to be tackled in the open field. That's a good tackle there. Number 8, Carter Hoffman on the stop. 2nd down and 3 from the 50-yard line. McDonald giving instructions. They're going no huddle, and they're keeping the same formation. This is all coming out of shotgun, running back to the right. 31 set as 3 skilled players on the right, 1 on the left. Coach gives them magic fingers. McDonald gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right again. He's going to launch it downfield, wobbling, throw in the air, and that is picked off by Jaden Desch. He returns it to the 30-yard line, makes a move. He's going to be wrapped up, and he loses the ball. But the big man's on it, number 68. That's 66.
No, it's 68.
It is
but
68.
I'm not sure who that is. We haven't got him on a roster.
We do not have a 68 on the roster, and we have a player down on the field. He took a pop at the end of that play.
Landon Ewert.
It'll be 1st and 10 Rebels after that Town of Garden City turnover where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us. That is a great read from Jaden Desch. I mean, have a half, kid. 2:52 to go in the second quarter. He has a touchdown catch and an interception. Pretty good start to the season if you're Desch. 14-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We are in quarter 2. Let me fix that.
Yep, you've got 2 minutes and 52 seconds to put some more points on the board.
See if the Rebels come out a little bit of a 2-minute drill here in the T7 Propane second quarter. A little pass out to Walker. That is snuffed by the Buckaroos defense. It's a nice play as they ran a little bit of a triple option with the forward pass instead of a pitch. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Good pursuant defense there from the Buckaroos.
Robert Morrison, great play.
That's one of the things we talked about. I mean, it's a key for both teams where in the open field you have to make that play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the Rebels' 39-yard line. Pace under center. 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Walker in motion. Fake the pitch, and that is going to be knocked down by McDonald as he came in from the safety position. I don't know if Pace saw him. He knocks that ball down, but that could have easily been another pick 6.
Yep.
A little bit of a risky throw there from Pace, but that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. McDonald, interestingly enough, came off the play for one field on defense where I think he had a conversation with his coach. Maybe a little mad after the interception, comes out and makes a nice defensive play. Both of these quarterbacks have bounced back really well from making an error or turning the ball over. It'll be 3rd down and 9 from the Rebel 39-yard line. See what the Rebels draw up here. So they're going to have to open it up a bit. Pace under center. Hoffman goes in motion. Pace looks right. Has a man. Diving effort there from Trey Walker. They are unable to connect. Walker had a step on his man. Unable to find him. That'll bring up 4th down and 9. As offensive players still on the field.
Well, I think the Rebels have the same advantage as Monticello does, and that's your quarterback's your punter.
And it looks like Pace is going to back up, and they're going to traditionally punt this. With 2:35 to go in the second quarter, this game is slowed a little bit to a crawl as more passing plays have led to incompletions. And that punt is off, and it's a little bit of a shame because that hits at the 50-yard line, takes a Rebel bounce. That is going to be at the 43-yard line, kicked from the Rebel 45, lands at the Buckaroo 42. Good for 18-yard punt, 0 return. That's a net of 18.
Well, you said it was going to be a 2-minute drill offense, but I'm afraid we ran out of time with about 30 seconds.
Whether it's for you.
2.5 minutes back to the Buckaroos.
See how the Buckaroos respond after that interception on offense. They had a decent drive going until that pass. It'll be McDonald in the backfield. Robinson to his right. McDonald rolls right. Steps up. Looks like he's going to throw, and he is stopped there. Number 10, that is Hunter Pace. Quarterback making a quarterback-on-quarterback crime right there as he almost stripped that from McDonald as he reared back to throw.
Hunter seemed to pull up there a little bit thinking he was going to throw it, but then when he didn't, he twisted him around and nice sack.
It'll be 2nd down and 17 from the Buckaroos 35-yard line. Huge play to start the drive. 1:55 to go in the first quarter, in the first half, excuse me. McDonald hands to Robinson. Robinson around the right side is going to be gang tackled by the Rebels at about the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 13 for the Buckaroos. So what you need to do on defense, if they're running the ball, you have to make the initial stop and then gang tackle. Even if you're on the other side of the field, you have to rally to the ball just in case. 1:24 to go in the second quarter. McDowell in the shotgun. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looks left, rolls left, has some green, and is being chased by Perry. Perry's going to chase him out of bounds. Just past the first down marker. Good effort there from Max Perry as McDonald had a lot of room in front of him. 1:07 to go in the second quarter. Clock stops because of the out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 Buckaroos from the Rebel 49-yard line.
We got our roster updated. 68 is Carson Muirbrook, who had that fumble recovery, and he's been playing up front as a defensive lineman.
McDonald in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Robinson. He's hit as he's thrown, and that ball is going to fall harmlessly to the ground. Good effort there.
Noah Perry and Carson Muirbrook on the pressure to the quarterback.
Very similar looking play to the interception that Desch picked off last possession, where the quarterback is hit as he's thrown, and that ball comes out wobbly This time it falls to the ground. Good pressure there as the Buckaroos did have a receiver open in the middle of the field. McDonald in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Easton Young goes in motion. McDonald looks for him, finds him at the 45-yard line, makes a move around 1 tackle, and is taken down at the 45-yard line by Hunter Pace. That'll be 3rd down and 2, 50 seconds to go in the quarter, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Buckaroos. 3rd down and 3 when we come back. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. The station on main scoreboard says 14-14 with 49 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
So this is the reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home. Sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails, brand new homes now starting at $600,000, quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like you to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tire broadcast booth as we are in a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. Station on main scoreboard says 14-14, 49 seconds to go in the second quarter. As the Buckaroos are marching, they have a 3rd down and 3 from the Rebels' 41-yard line. McDonald in the backfield. Hands it off to Javelin Robinson. Robinson is going to bounce off a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that is not going to be enough for the first down. 4th down, chance for the Rebels to get off the field here. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Looks like the Buckaroos are going to run down as much clock as possible on this last play.
Tackle made by Max Perry and Carson Muirbrook.
If you're Coach Larson here, do you take the chance of taking a timeout? Maybe not with 20 seconds left. As McDonald gets the snap, rolls left. He's going to run, and he is taken down. Turnover on downs. Wonderful play there from Noah Perry. As McDonald took off and he was tackled short of the first down. Perry causes the turnover on downs. That is a Town of Garden City turnover where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us for more information. Heck of a play there from Perry, because if he gets past Perry, who knows how far McDonald's going to be able to run. And with McDonald's foot as the kicker, you don't want to give up any yards, because he looks like he could hit probably from about 40 yards.
Do you go big or do you take a knee at 14 seconds?
Coach Larson's been very aggressive so far in this game, and that continues as Pace makes a man miss in the backfield. Looks back, makes a couple men miss, takes 2 Buckaroos to take him down, as that will do it for us here in the first half. Pace did a good job there as he was going to get hit from behind as he wound up to throw that ball. Actually, before that, we were going to get a timeout called by the Rebels. And it looks like Coach Larson wants to continue to be aggressive. That is something that he has shown so far in his first half of coaching Rich Rebels football, is that he is willing to be aggressive. And you know what? I love it.
Well, a lot can happen on one play, that's for sure.
Like we talked about earlier, 1 missed tackle, and it's 7. So I like this philosophy just because if you can hit your man on a slant over the middle, the Buckaroos did it in 1 play. The Rebels have great athletes. Why can't they do it in 1 play? Although it won't much matter, it'll be 2nd down and 15 with 2 seconds to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. See what the Rebels draw up here. I smell a little bit of trickery coming.
Rich does have a little bit of trickery up their sleeves from years past.
2nd down and 15, 2 seconds to go. More than likely, this will be the last play of the half. Pace under center. 2 receivers right. Drops back to pass. Rolls to his right. Fires deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete, as the intended target was number 3, Walker. Walker got bumped a little bit on the play, but that pass might not have been catchable. So that'll do it for us in the first half. The station on main scoreboard says Monticello and Rich are tied 14-14 heading into halftime. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. We'll be right back with the halftime show after this commercial break.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Bear Lake Community Health Center offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, dental, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Bear Lake Community Health Center, 435-946-3660.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, where it is time for our Lutz Construction halftime show. Lutz Construction, premier commercial and residential excavation and landscaping. We dig Bear Lake. Find us at lutzconstruction.com. That's LutzConstruction.com. When we come back, we'll have the Rich County Government first half highlights and the Ellingford Brothers Standout teacher segment, as we were unable to get a student, so we'll be getting to know a little bit about one of the Rich Rebels teachers, and that is going to be Rob Leifson, my color commentary partner for the Rich Rebels football season. The score going into halftime on the Station on Main scoreboard is 14-14. Monticello and Rich are all tied. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on KDQ 98.3 FM and streaming live on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this break.
Lutz Construction is a premier excavation and landscaping company with over 25 years of experience. Lutz Construction delivers quality results on commercial and residential projects in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Lutz Construction sells everything you need for landscaping and offers a wide range of professional services like foundation digs and rock walls. For all your excavation and landscaping needs, call Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Visit diglutzconstruction.com.
Welcome back to the Lutz Construction halftime show. Welcome back to the Les Schwab and Plain Tires broadcast booth and the Lutz Construction halftime show. Right now it's time for today's first half highlights brought to you by the Rich County government. And Monticello, they opened the scoring. They struck fast. One play is going to be a pass from McDonald to Easton Young, and that's going to be a 64-yard touchdown. The Rebels would respond next possession. Hunter Pace runs it in from 1 yard out. 2-point conversion, no good. Monticello would take the lead. Monticello would extend their lead on a 12-yard touchdown run from McDonald. But the Rebels would respond with 8:50 to go in the second quarter as Hunter Pace completed a 5-yard pass. Completed a pass to Jaden Desch, for a touchdown. 2-point conversion by Max Perry is good. And that is where we stand, as I'm going to throw it to Rob Leifson, and he'll have some stats for you.
Well, if you look at the numbers, you would think Rich is dominating this game with 221 yards of total offense compared to Monticello's 137. Rich has 13 first downs, Monticello only 4, but that's because Monticello has done their damage with the big play. 42 plays by the Rebels and only 21 by Monticello, which again gives you that idea that they've been able to do their damage quickly. J.D. McDonald and Hunter Pace both have a touchdown pass and an interception. Hunter is 6 of 15 for 114 yards. McDonald is 3 of 6 for 84, with 64 of those yards coming on the opening offensive play for a touchdown. Rich is winning the turnover battle 2-1. I think that's been key. As far as the running game is concerned, Trey Walker has 9 carries for 51 yards, and Hunter Pace has 10 carries for 38 yards. Max Perry, 6 carries for 16. And for Monticello, Javelin Robinson has 8 carries for 41 yards to lead the Buckaroos. And receiving, Trey Walker with 2 receptions for 48 yards. Noah Perry, 1 for 23. And Jaden Desch has 3 receptions, including the touchdown, for 43 yards. And McDonald's target has been Easton Young. He's got the big one, but he's made 2 receptions for 72 yards.
And those are the first half highlights. The first half highlights today have been brought to you by Rich County Government. Rebels with a champion cause. Coming up next, we'll visit with the Ellingford Brothers standout teacher, Rob Leifson. Ellingford Brothers. For all your sand, gravel, cement, steel, fabrication needs, call Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 307-789-1515. The station on main scoreboard says 14-14 Buckaroos, and the Rebels are tied at halftime. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this break.
Rich County is home to generations of Rich Rebel fans. Our neighbors are our friends, and we look after each other. We understand that a good education is critical for every student. We cheer for their success in every part of life every single day. Today, the Rich County government wishes our Rebel teams good luck. Rich County, Utah, a great place to live. Rich County is home to generations of Rich Rebel fans. Our neighbors are our friends, and we look after each other. We understand that a good education is critical for every student. We cheer for their success in every part of life every single day. Today, the Rich County government wishes our Rebel teams good luck. Rich County, Utah, a great place to live.
You're tuned into the Lutz Construction halftime show. Lutz Construction, premier commercial and residential excavation and landscaping. We dig Bear Lake. Find us at lutzconstruction.com. Welcome to the Ellingford Brothers Standout Teacher Interview. Today, we are visiting with Rob Leifson. We'll be right back with that interview right after this. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab and Plain Tires broadcast booth on the Lutz Construction halftime show. Lutz Construction, premier commercial and residential excavation and landscaping. We dig Bear Lake. Find us at lutzconstruction.com. Welcome to the Ellingford Standout Teacher Interview with Rob Leifson here on 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. So, Rob, another school year is upon us. How many is it for you?
This will be number 33 as a teacher.
Do you still get the same jitters on the first day every year that you do when, even if it's your first year teaching?
Every single year. In fact, I can almost guarantee you that within that first week, I wake up in the middle of the night a couple times, and I think it would go away, but it doesn't. It's already happened this week several times, and most of those dreams are about opening days of school, but I still have the jitters.
What is one of your favorite things about the first week of school?
Seeing the students come back. Unlike most of the other teachers, I'm in the office most of the summer, but having the students back in the classroom just brings life back into my life and into the classroom.
One of my favorite things about returning to school is seeing everyone I haven't seen all summer as well. Sometimes when you're in high school, it's not that you're not friends with a person, but I lived quite a bit of ways from a lot of my friends growing up, and you just don't get to see them as much as you do when, you're at school every day. I imagine it's kind of the same thing for faculty.
It is, and the students, you can see them reconnect a lot of times. They may have done a summer job with somebody else, but there's students that they don't have a lot of contact with. And that first couple of weeks, you get a lot of reconnections, and the school does a good job with an opening social on that first Wednesday to get the students back connected again.
For someone who maybe hasn't attended Rich High School in the past 33 years, can you explain, or what subject do you teach?
Well, I teach religion for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so I teach the Old Testament this year in the Bible, and then next in January we'll move to the New Testament.
What is the thing you're looking forward to the most this year? Is it seeing kids that you've watched grow up in front of your eyes? Like, do you look forward to, is that maybe the highlight of your year, watching them graduate, walk across the stage?
That's kind of a extra paycheck, because a lot of them I've either taught their parents or I've seen them from the start. And, yeah, I do get them for 4 years. And it's a bittersweet time when they graduate. You're excited for what they have in the future as they move on. But it also means you're not going to have much of a contact with them anymore. But social media and those kind of things, you stay a little bit in touch with them. And I had a son that graduated this past year, so those classes, it seems like, have a little bit more special place in my heart as you watch them leave.
Looking ahead, how close are you to teaching a third generation of students where you've had their grandpa?
I don't think that's going to happen. There's a good, I'd have to probably teach in Evanston to catch the third generation, but it's been a pleasure to catch the parents and the children, and it takes away any of the shadows, because they can't get away with saying, well, you don't remember what I was like, but I do.
Teachers remember everything. And this has been the Standout Teacher Interview, sponsored by Ellingford Brothers, featuring Rob Leifson. We'll be right back after this from our sponsors. We're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today. There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter,
There's nothing better than a yummy...
We have a player down on the field. We'll be right back as they tend to the player. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. We'll be back after this commercial break.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with... There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious...
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. This is a presentation of Rich Rebels football as they hand to Robinson up the middle. He's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard gain, good enough for a first down for the Buckaroos. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Rebel 43-yard line. There's a couple running plays to start the half for the Buckaroos. They come out in the offset I, fullback one step to the left, receiver to the left. They hand to Robinson again, who is going to push his way forward for about 5 yards on the run. Good effort there from Robinson. That'll bring up 2nd down in about 3 as he ran for 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3. As a little bit of confusion as the Buckaroos line up. This time they come in the offset I, everything offset to the right. Ball snapped. Robinson again. He's going to pick up a first down as he is hit by Walker. Walker with the tackle. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Buckaroos. On the Rebel 31-yard line. Excuse me, Rebel 41-yard line. Buckaroos, same formation. They go quickly. They hand it to Robinson. Why not? It's been working. He's going to be hit right away and fall forward for about 2 yards. We talked earlier about Perry falling forward and picking up the extra yards. Robinson does a good job there.
They're giving a heavy dose of him. That's his 12th carry.
It's good for a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7 from the Rebel 29-yard line.
He's averaging 5 yards a carry. That's his 12th carry for 63 yards. So if it works, why not stay with it?
They're feeding the hot hand in Monticello. 14-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We have 10:06 to go in the third quarter. McDonald lines up under center. Offset eye. They pitch it this time to Robinson, who gets to the outside, and he's going to be tackled. Great play there by, it looks like, number 2. That's going to be Noah Perry. Makes a great play in open field as Robinson picks up 2 yards. That's a great tackle in the open field by Perry.
We'll have to see how Rich adjusts to this because they've been used to seeing 3 receivers instead of just 1. And so far,
guess who? Robinson again up the middle, and he looks like he's going to be stopped at a close to the line of gain. He might be short. The side judge on the far side shows that he is short. That's going to bring up 4th down. Big chance here for the Rebels to get off the field, as it is 4th down and 3.
Do you want to put some money on who's going to make this carry?
If I was a gambling man, which I am not because I'm bad at it, I'm going to go ahead and guess Javelin Robinson. As McDonald comes out. In the I formation. Fake the handoff as well. I'm not a gambling man. They throw it, and it is incomplete. A little bit of trickery. Not necessarily trickery, as they go play action to the hot hand. Had the receiver open, and it's going to fall. The announcer jinx strikes again, Rob, as the Rebels pick up a turnover, and that turnover is brought to you by the town of Garden City, where families play at the beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us for more information.
You can credit Noah Perry with some pressure on the quarterback from the backside. As a defensive lineman, this 8-man has got to be giving them a chance to get some shots at the quarterback that they wouldn't normally get.
Rebels come out in a jumbo formation of their own, the I formation, 2 receivers split to each side, or 1 split to each side. Ball snap is fumbled, and it looks like the Buckaroos have it. A little misplay there from the Rebels, and it gives the ball right back to the Buckaroos. The ball is going to be recovered on the 35-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10 Buckaroos after a misplayed snap. That's the turnover for the Rebels. It'll be interesting to see if the Buckaroos, looks like they're coming down the shotgun. They're opening it back up. McDonald has Javelin Robinson to his right. Snap is high. They give to Robinson. Robinson is tackled by Perry, who rides him out of bounds for a 2-yard gain. Good tackle there from Max Perry, coming from his middle linebacker position. 2nd down and 8.
That shortened sideline is starting to maybe kick in a little bit on him.
That's a great pursuit from Perry. On defense, you can use the shortened sideline to your advantage, and Perry did a good job there. He eventually threw him down, but he had the sideline there as the 9th defender in this situation. It'll be 2nd down and 8. McDonald snap, goes high. McDonald chases it back. He's able to pick it up. He's going to run with it as he gets a block, and this play is they're going to avoid disaster as he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Heck of an effort there for McDonald, as he may have even picked up a couple of inches. Turned what could have been a disaster for the Buckaroos offense into a loss of none. 3rd down and 8 for the Buckaroos coming up. 7:47 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football, as the Rebels defense has a big 3rd down here. Chance to get a stop. McDonald in the shotgun. Robinson to his right, 2 receivers right. Young, the receiver in motion, as he is hit as he throws, and that ball is floating in the air, and that is going to fall incomplete, as Max Perry was the nearest player to that ball, had a chance at the interception, unable to come up with it, and 7:24 left to go in the third quarter. 14-14 tie. What will the Buckaroos do? 4th and 8.
Yeah, they'll go for it again.
25-yard line. Might as well.
Talon Pace back into the Rebel defense.
Buckaroos come out in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Tight end to the left side of the line. Javelin Robinson to the right. Hard count almost gets the Rebels to jump, as McDonald looks back to the sideline, receives instruction, passes it along to his line, gets a snap, rolls right. He's going to throw, and that ball is caught. He dropped it. That looked like it was going to be caught near the sideline, incomplete pass. Buckaroos had the play that they needed, unable to execute. That's going to be another Bear Lake that's going to be another Town of Garden City turnover. Town of Garden City, where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit us at gardencity.ut.us. Rebels dodge a little bit of a bullet there. Self-inflicted wound. They're able to heal up, and they're in the same position they were 2 minutes ago when they lost the ball. Pace under center in the I formation. Same formation as well. One wide receiver right, one wide receiver left. Pace gets the snap, turns, hands it to the back as it's Walker. Walker is going to be stopped and called down by the forward progress for about a 1 yard gain. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Rebels on the 36-yard line.
After the explosion of offense in that first quarter, things have quieted down. So I don't know if that's fatigue starting to catch in or whether that's the coordinators and the coaches trying to figure things out.
Pace in the I formation again. Gets the snap. Quick throw out to the receiver. That's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for Noah Perry. Falls incomplete. I like the idea, though. Quick slant, one-on-one with one of your good athletes. That could easily be 7. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
I think Hunter just rushed that one a little bit.
Sometimes the eyes get big as a quarterback, and I think I agree with you. That's a situation there where he saw he had an easy completion and just spiked it. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Rebels on their own 35-yard line. Let's see what they come up with, as they're going to have to open up the playbook a little bit. Need 10 yards here on this play.
You've got Jaden Desch into the ball game. He's been a target.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and another fumbled snap. This time Pace is able to fall on it as the Rebels offense getting a little sloppy here in the start to 3rd quarter. Luckily, Pace was able to fall on this one. You don't want to put your defense in that position again. I think the Rebels are going to be content to punt this ball away, try to play the field position game.
It looked like Hunter stepped away from the center just a little bit too quick and just didn't quite have a handle on it.
It's another one of those things where maybe week 4 you're not going to see the fumbled snaps, as Jaden Desch looks like he's a punter back, and he's going to let this one go. Spiral kick, end over end. Fielded, fumbled, but that's going to be a great special teams play there from Noah Perry, as the punt was muffed by Easton Young. And Perry makes a great special teams play at the 45-yard line. Ball was punted from the 35. Buckaroos take over on the 45. That is a 30-yard net punt there.
Good punt by Jaden and a nice coverage by Noah.
Special teams play can really turn the tide, especially when your offense is struggling like this. Defense has been solid since the first quarter for the Rebels. They have not allowed points. 6:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson on Color Call. You're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. The station on main scoreboard says 14-14 as McDonald steps back to throw. He throws. That is going to be picked off by Jaden Pesch. Have a night, kid. 2 picks. He's going to return it out across the 50 and out of bounds. Huge play there from the Rebels as Pesch runs into a player, daps him up, says sorry, and he's going to run away with the football. That's another turnover for the Rebels defense. They have been incredible since the first quarter. That turnover is brought to you by the Town of Garden City, where families come to play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us. And the Rebels defense comes up big again. Now let's see if the offense can pick up their defense. And let's give them the lead.
Jaden read that ball very well. Cut right in front of the receiver. 2nd pick of the night.
2 interceptions and a touchdown reception. It's a pretty great night for a two-way player. Rebels come out.
And for his first night in a Rebel uniform.
That's right. What a way to make a debut. Coach Larson and Jaden Pesch both making their Rich Rebels debuts today as they come out 2 receivers right. They toss it to Walker. Walker makes a man nearly miss at about the 50-yard line, falls forward for a couple of yards. Good job there from Walker to gain 2 yards on a play where he could have easily gained none. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 51-yard line, from the 49-yard line of the Buckaroos. The 51-yard line does not exist in football. 49-yard line, 2nd down and a long 9 for the Rebels. 5:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. See what the Rebels come up with as their offense is stalled out a little bit here in the 3rd quarter. They come out in the I formation, one receiver to each side. They fake the handoff. Give it to Walker on the counter. Walker's got some space, and he's going to rumble out to the 45-yard line before he is tackled by 24 of the Buckaroos. That is Zach Thane. It's a big tackle there from Thane because Walker had a lot of room in front of him when he gets by him. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Rebels on the Mustangs' 44-yard line.
Give credit to Jordan Johnson, Talon Pace, and Jack Bell up front.
A little bit of trickery there as they fake the handoff to the fullback and give to the Walker on the counter. They tried the same thing again, nearly dropped it, but Walker's going to escape, and he's going to bounce it around the right side out across the 40-yard line, and that is good for the first LSR Refrigerating first down of the half. LSR Refrigerated, Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rich Rebels good luck. Way to make something out of what could have been another disaster as the Rebels kind of ran into each other in the backfield. That'll bring up 1st down and 10 from the Buckaroo 45. 4:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Rob Leifson. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football here on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com.
Trey Walker's 12th carry for 56 yards, averaging 4.6 a carry, matching McDonald on the other side. Or Robinson, sorry.
I would say a lot of the skill players have had really good games on both sides. As well as the linemen, it's been a very well contested game where both offense and defense have dominated for stretches of it. As Pace is going to keep the ball, he's not going to get very far as the interior of the Buckaroos makes a tackle. On that stop, it is number 12, Javelin Robinson. And the Rebels are going to take a timeout. So are we. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. The station on main scoreboard says 14-14 with 3:36 to go. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often. Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab and Plain Tire broadcast booth. We are in a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. It is 2nd down and 10. Rebels have the ball on the 45-yard line. They hand off to Walker. Walker with some space up the middle. He's going to pick up 5 as he is dragged back past the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will have him at the 35-yard line. Good tackle there from Morrison as it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 from the 45-yard line. Let's see what the Rebels can come up with. They've been pretty average on 3rd down. They've come up with some big conversions, and then they've also had some lapses in execution on 3rd down as they come out in the I formation. One receiver split to the right, one to the left. As Pace gets the snap, he's going to pass. Falling away, throws it, and it's going to be caught to the 10, to the 20, 10, 5. Pay dirt, touchdown Rebels.
Jaden Dash.
That is Jaden Dash, his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. 20-14, the Rebels lead the Buckaroos for the first time tonight. And we update the station on main scoreboard.
Unfortunately, I think Jaden celebrated a little bit too much because there's a little bit of a hanky on the field for probably excessive celebration. And it looks like that Easton Young is either cramping up or something on that sideline, injured on the play. We'll see if they give the penalty on the kickoff or they put it on for the extra point.
Still awaiting word from the coach. And it looks like we're going to do it on the extra point attempt. It's
going to make it tough.
I think that's a good call from the Buckaroo sideline just because if you can make it tougher to make this extra point attempt, it's going to 20-14, trailing 20-14 is a lot different than trailing 21-14. It's obviously 1 point. They have a very good kicker in McDonald, and I think that gives them advantage if they can get the stop here, as it'll be a 2-point conversion attempt from the 17-yard line.
Yeah, they called it an unsportsmanlike conduct on Jaden on that one. But Trey Walker's going to try the extra point out of the hold of Hunter Pace.
Come on, a little bit of an interesting formation as Walker, the kick is away. That is blocked. They only had 3 players on the line for that extra point attempt, and the Buckaroos ran right by the lineman, blocked the kick. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. It is 20-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The Rebels pick up their first lead of the quarter. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Welcome back into the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. The Station on Main scoreboard says 20-14 Rebels as they have taken their first lead of the contest in the third quarter. They have battled all game just to get back into it. Now they have the lead. Their defense has been better in the second half after maybe a little bit of a shaky first quarter where some of the kids may be adjusting to 8-man. They've looked much better since the end of the first quarter. As Pace gets the touchdown, and he's going to get the kickoff. Back deep to receive is Javelin Robinson. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Whistle blows, arm in the air, comes down. The approach, the boot, and it's a good one as it is fielded at the 8-yard line, muffed. Robinson picks it up, finds a hole, and he's going to finish his run. That's a great finish from the run from Javelin Robinson as he runs over a Rebel special teamer. That's number 24. That's going to be Drake West.
Riker Hoffman.
Oh, excuse me, Riker Hoffman. He looks no worse for wear, though, as he bounces back up. Kid's a football player. He's tough. 2:38 to go in the third quarter. 20-14. Rebels over the Buckaroos on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Glad to see Wyatt Shoup back out on special teams on that play. He was injured a little bit earlier in the contest.
We're getting out into the deep waters of this game, Robin, like you've been mentioning all night. It's going to be stamina. That's going to be what keeps you through. Who's been in better shape as the Buckaroos come out. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Excuse me, opposite. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Runner in motion they give to Robinson. Robinson is going to be tackled by a combination of Perry
and Carter Hoffman.
Carter Hoffman, that's a good tackle there. 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 for the Buckaroos. It would be a huge momentum gain if the Rebels defense can come out and get a stop right here. They've been tremendous in this second half. As McDonald in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Receiver goes in motion, gets the snap. Little option play. Triple option as they throw it out to the wing. It's Easton Young. Young is going to get about 8 yards on that play as they ran a little RPO, run-pass option. McDonald faked to the back. Robinson ran. Defensive end came across, passes it over the defensive end's head. They pick up 8 yards. We're going to get an official timeout on the field as they are going to measure this.
I think Easton Young is injured again. He was the one that was the defender on the touchdown catch by Jaden Desch. And I was glad to see him back in the game, but I think his legs are cramping up on him because he's trying to walk it off on the sidelines.
It is a super steamy night.
Yeah, it's not your 90-degree weather that we had yesterday, that's for sure.
Results of the play is the first down after the official timeout. And one thing we haven't mentioned that I can't believe I failed to mention is this is a beautiful scene for a football game. We're sitting in the press box on the home side, and you are just staring I don't know my Utah geography well enough. I'm from Michigan, but you're staring at some beautiful mountains as it's 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right. McDonald gets the snap, looks to pass, fires. Behind his receiver, that is going to be number 4. That is Landon Ewert, incomplete. Nearly hauled in the circus catch, but that'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Buckaroos. Once again, the Buckaroos offense attacked with a slant pattern. That's something they've tried to do a few times, and that is one of the harder routes to defend in 8-man football because one man misses, it's 6. McDonald, shotgun, 2 to his left, 2 to his right, hands to Robinson. Robinson makes a man miss in the backfield, and he is going to be hauled down.
Robinson on the carry up the middle.
He's going to be hauled down at about the 43-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
3rd down and 2.
It was number 8 in on the tackle. That is
Carter
Hoffman. Buckaroos come out in the shotgun, 2 to the right, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Javelin, Robinson. And we're going to get a false start penalty on the hard count.
Robert Morrison got a little bit jumpy.
Miscommunication there, and that's going to back the Buckaroos up 5 yards. Buckaroos only have 3 penalties, but they've all come in big situations. You don't necessarily mind a false start on 1st down and 10, back up 15. You have 3 yards to get that play, but in a 3rd and 2, and you go and you take a false start penalty there, that's tough. Backs you up 5 yards on a 3rd down. Makes a very manageable 3rd down a little less manageable. 55 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 20-14 Rebels over the Monticello Buckaroos on the station on main scoreboard. McDonald to pass. That is intercepted. What a play. Who was that?
Trey Walker.
Trey Walker with a beautiful play. He jumps in the air, picks it off. Holy cow, what a play. He jumped in the air and snagged that pass. He was at the line of scrimmage when the pass was thrown. That is another turnover.
I hope I didn't miss that one on camera because I was trying to follow the pass down the field, and all of a sudden it didn't go beyond the line of scrimmage because Trey jumped up and brought that right back down.
That interception is brought to you by the town of Garden City, where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us. Once again, the Rebels defense comes up huge. They get the ball in Buckaroos territory, on the 44-yard line, 1st and 10, 44 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Rebels can come out and run a little bit of clock here. Not a lot of field to work with, so you can't necessarily go into a 4-minute offense where you're trying to kill time. But see what the Rebels do after that huge momentum shift. The man with the pick, Walker's in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right of Pace. Hunter Pace under center. Gets the snap. They're going to pass. Pace looks back. Screen play. Walker. Walker catches at the 45. Across the 45-yard line. Across the 30. Out into the open field. 20. 10. Touchdown. The man gets a pick. He takes it to the house the very next play. Kenneth Walker. One-man highlight reel. 26-14. The Rebels over the Buckaroos on the station on main scoreboard. 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Rebels learned a little bit of a lesson last time. Not much of a celebration there. They set the ball down, walk away. They're going to set up for the 2-point conversion, try to double up the lead.
Seeing a little bit of a different scenario than what we saw at the beginning of the game. The Rebels seem to have the quick draw and the quick strike this time in the 2nd half.
That's a wonderful play that was called up by Coach Larson. They had everyone rolling right. The play looked like it was going right. Kenneth Walker, the old Michigan State running back. So Walker looked like right there. Pace, empty backfield under center. Rolls out to his right. He throws, and that's going to be incomplete. 26-14 as we update the station on main scoreboard. 30 seconds to go.
Attempt was made to Carter Hoffman, but just didn't have the time. It looked like Hunter may have had a chance to run that one in, but opted to throw.
With 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, I'm Aaron Poling. This is Rob Leifson on the color commentary. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. The station on main scoreboard is updated now. It says 26-14. The Rebels take the lead as they have outscored the Buckaroos 12-0 in this quarter alone.
Turnovers are big. That's the 4th for the Buckaroos, and the Rebels have only turned it over twice.
The offense has scored in the last 2 possessions, but it has been huge defensive plays for the Rebels that have really turned the tide in this ball game, as after Pace dropped the snap early on in the third quarter, he's also bounced back really well from that turnover. That's something you have to admire about Hunter Pace, is the kid lets the water fall off his back like a duck, and he's been able to respond a few times after making a couple of mistakes. You have to remember, these are high school kids. They're not going to be perfect, especially at the quarterback position. It's a lot to ask of a high schooler, but you really love when they can respond. And the Rebels send it away. It's Pesh. Another booming kick deep downfield as Easton Young, he fields it at the 15-yard line. Out across the 30, makes a man miss, and rumbles to the 45. Tackled by the kicker, Pesh, and number 8, Hoffman, on the special teams play. Out to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, as the Buckaroos will take over, looking to mount a little bit of a comeback on offense. After the first quarter, we've talked about this, the Rebels' defense has been much better, as the Buckaroos scored on 2 of their first 3 possessions and haven't scored since. McDonald in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Gives some final instruction to his lineman, and Javelin Robinson is in the backfield behind him. He's going to switch sides. Gets the snap, shotgun. Reverse play. They give it to Ewert. Ewert around the right side, and that is a heck of a play there on defense from number 11. That is
Lucas
Stonehouse. Wonderful play, maintaining discipline on defense on the reverse. That could have been a much bigger play, and that play is going to do it for us here in the third quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Rob Leifson. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. We are at the end of the third quarter. The station on main scoreboard says the Rich Rebels 26, Monticello Buckaroos 14. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab and Plains Tires broadcast booth. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football, as the Buckaroos have the ball 3rd down and 4. 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Buckaroos can mount something on offense. McDonald gets the snap, looks right, and that pass is going to be incomplete as he had a man open in the flat.
Trey Walker came flying in to put the pressure on him. Quick update on the stats. Rich has got 20 unanswered points since falling behind early in the first quarter. 311 total yards to 185 for the Buckaroos, but the big stat is the 4 turnovers for the Monticello to 2 for Rich.
McDonald in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Gets the snap, fakes the snap, and they're going to draw the Rebels off sides. He got me too, so.
Noah Perry jumped a little bit there too quick, but that's not been it's been a pretty clean game for the Rebels and the Buckaroos for the first game of the season.
Unfortunately, that's a penalty in a big situation because it was 4th down and 4. That 5 yards gets the Monticello Mustangs a free first down. They'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Buckaroo 46-yard line. McDonald gets the instructions from his coach. Back to the huddle. Relays the message to his teammates. 11:17 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Rob Leifson on color commentary. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. It is Buckaroo ball on the 46-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Javelin Robinson in his position in the backfield. Snap is high. Good hands there from McDonald to be able to haul that in. And he's going to be able to take a negative, turn it into a positive, and a first down, except we do have some flags on the play.
I think they're going to come back for holding.
Let's say preliminary indication appears to be on the Buckaroos. Heck of an effort there from McDonald as he was able to haul that in. All for naught, though, as they're going to get backed up. First down and 20 from the 36-yard line.
Impressive effort from Carson Mubrick, 68 on that one, who came from behind to make the tackle.
That's one thing that you can say about I'd say all the players on the Rebels defense tonight is since the first quarter, their effort has been dogged.
Yeah, they took a smack in the face that first offensive play for 64 yards and a touchdown. That could hurt your spirits.
Outside of the quick play ability that the Buckaroos showed in the first quarter, the Rebels have done a really great job just responding, and something that maybe they haven't had too much practice in an 8-man football. As the Buckaroos come out in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. McDonald to pass. Rolls to his left. He's going to throw. Easton Young hauls it in. What a catch from Easton Young to the 20, 10. That's going to be a touchdown, Buckaroos. What a catch there. Easton Young had a defender, Jaden Pesh, all over him. Hauls that in, and he's going to come up limping as he has been a true warrior tonight as he looks like he's cramping up. That is going to make it 26-20 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Heck of a throw. Heck of a play in general there. That was very, very, very impressive.
That is total concentration on the pass because that was up in the air, much like the interception earlier in the game.
It'll be McDonald to kick the extra point. It is 26-20 right now on the Station on Main scoreboard as we update it. We are in the fourth quarter. Kick is on the way. It's no good. That is McDonald's first miss of the night. He was 2 for 2 coming into that kick, now 2 for 3. And with 10:38 to go, the Rebels lead on the Station on Main scoreboard, 26-20. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. We're in a heck of a matchup right now as the Buckaroos have cut the Rebel lead to 6 with 10:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Buckaroos will kick off, and all of our kickoffs tonight are sponsored by the town of Woodruff, always sharing the rich Rebel pride. Mayor Scott Saby, council members Raymond Frendenson, Kent Stewart, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and clerk Lisa Bell. This has been a fun contest. This is really showing what 8-man football is all about, Rob. Just the big playability on both sides. You make one man miss, you're gone.
It does open it up.
Buckaroos kick it away, and it's a good one. That's going to bounce and roll into the end zone for a touchback. Always impressive when a high school kicker can kick a touchback. Really helps out your special teams unit. That'll be Rebels football, 1st and 10 from their own 20. 10:38 to go in the fourth quarter. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center broadcast of Rich Rebels football, 26-20 on the Station on Main scoreboard with 10:38 to go in the fourth quarter. This has been a heck of a matchup. Stay tuned because this could be a very crazy ending. With as quick as both teams have been able to score, we could be in for a little bit of a shootout here in the fourth quarter as it looks like defenses are starting to get tired.
Yeah, you take away those two big plays from Monticello, this is a whole different game, but that's what the 8-man's all about, I think.
Two receivers to the right of Pace, to the left of Pace, one to the right, Perry in the backfield. Max Perry, that is. Quick pass. Caught. And they are going to be tackled at the 22-yard line as Levi Stonehouse catches a screen pass, goes forward for about a 3-yard gain. Can't really play that much better on defense if you're the Buckaroos. 10:25 to go in the fourth quarter. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line of the Rebels. This is a big possession offensively for the Rebels. If you can salt away the clock a bit and go back up by 2 scores, that puts you in the driver's seat with your foot on the pedal. Right now they are in the driver's seat. They have the lead, but they need to put their foot on the gas. You don't want to be on defense only up by 1 with the big playability of the Buckaroos. 2 receivers to the right, Pace under center. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll to the right, and he's going to run out of bounds after a gain of about 3 yards. Self-preservation there, as not much was going to happen on that play. After he picked up 5 yards, he stepped out of bounds. Play was a little bit deceiving. It didn't look like it went for much, but Pace, with good quickness there, was able to pick up 5 before a defender could touch him. 3rd down and 3. Rebels on a big play come out in the I formation. Perry, the fullback. Walker, the running back. 2 receivers, 1 split out left, 1 to the right. Pace gets the snap. He's going to run forward himself, and he's going to be bowled over by Max Perry in the backfield. That is an LSR refrigerated first down for the Rich Rebels, as Pace and the combination of Pace and Max Perry pick up 3 yards as Max Perry came in and gave his quarterback a pretty big shot. They were able to pick up the first down, but I don't know if you want Perry hitting your own quarterback. He hits hard. They come out, same formation. I formation, Perry fullback. Walker in the backfield, Pace under center. Receives the snap. Fakes it to Perry, gives it to Walker. Walker spins off a tackle, and he keeps fighting. He keeps going, and he is smacked by number 7 of the, that's going to be J.D. McDonald with a huge tackle. McDonald ended up with the ball after Walker hit the ground. That was some big boy football right there. Trey Walker. I keep calling him Kenneth Walker, the old Michigan State running back. He looked like him there as he's running over people.
We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. 8-man football, you break a couple tackles and you're going to get extra yardage. So a 2-yard gain now is a 6-yard gain.
That's a winning play right there from the Rebels offense. Rebels offense, they come out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. They like to go into motion with Walker out of this formation. They don't. They're going to pass, though. Pace looks around, avoids a tackle, and he's going to throw it away. Good decision there from Pace, as he had 2 receivers in the area. The closest one to that would be Levi Stonehouse. That's going to fall incomplete, bring up 3rd and 4. That's a great play there from a young quarterback. Live to fight another down. It does stink, the clock does stop, but it's better than to either get sacked for a 7-yard loss, bring up 3rd and 11, or to force something to someone who isn't open and get picked off on your own side of the field. That cannot be said enough, is how poised Hunter Pace has been. It hasn't been a perfect game for him. He's made some mistakes.
Carter Hoffman in the quarterback for the Rebels. We'll see what this brings.
Hoffman fakes the handoff, keeps it around the right side. He's going to pick up an LSR refrigerated first down. Carter Hoffman fakes the handoff, goes around the right side. That's a first down. That is brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rich Rebels good luck.
Speaking of the Wallentines, we got to give a shout out to the Lady Rebels for their win in Manila this week, including their daughter Janie. 3-0 set win against the Mustangs.
They dominated the Mustangs historically, and it continued. That is a much improved Mustangs team as well. Hoffman stays in the game at quarterback, and they hand it to Perry. Perry goes nowhere. He is tackled for a loss right away. Number 62 in on the play. That is going to be not on the roster. We want to give him credit for the great play, but we cannot find his name. Maybe it was 72, excuse me. And that is going to be Donovan Atwood. Donovan Atwood's had a pretty good game quietly on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. 7:24 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Aaron Poling. This is Rob Leifson. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on the Station on Main scoreboard. 7:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Rebels with a 6-point lead, 26 to 20. As it's Hoffman again. He hands to Walker. Walker is going to be forced back upfield. Good job by Walker to head back upfield and take a loss and make it a 0 gain. That was a great play there, 52 in black.
Mason Atwood.
It's Mason Atwood. That was a great play to keep contained as the Rebels tried to get a little tricky there with a reverse. 3rd down and 10, 6:39 to go in the 4th quarter.
It looked like Trey was going to try to go outside on that, but there was no going there.
It's interesting that Hoffman is still in at quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if we're seeing some of that fatigue set in.
Hoffman's under center. Perry is the back in the backfield. 2 receivers to Hoffman's left. As he runs an option, makes a move up the middle of the field. He's going to be tackled after about a 3-yard gain. That's a nice move at the line of scrimmage to plant his foot and cut up field. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 7 from the Rebels' 47-yard line. What do they do here? They send Pesh out onto the field. He's backing up. It looks like they're going to punt it away with the 6-point lead. 5:54 to go in the 4th quarter. Let their defense, who's been very, very good, let them take over and try to make a play and lead you to a win. Snap is low. Good hands there from Pesh. He's able to get the punt away. That ball rolled to him. And a great play again on special teams from Noah Perry after a booming punt downfield. Perry tackles Easton Young at the 37-yard line of the Buckaroos. It'll be 1st and 10 Buckaroos.
Gutsy move by Easton Young to take that punt on the run. That is not an easy catch.
Especially for someone who's, 1, cramping up a lot as he's done so far throughout the game. And 2, he's had trouble with a couple of punts so far tonight. But another underrated play, though, is Pesh being able to pick up the snap that rolled to him, because if he does not pick that up cleanly, we could be looking at a whole different field position. The Buckaroos have to go 60-plus yards to score a touchdown now versus if he doesn't catch that, it's only 30. 5:35 to go in the 4th quarter. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. McDonald gets the snap, hands it off to Robinson. Robinson up the middle, and he is going to be tackled after a gain of 8. It's going to be 24.
Riker
Hoffman in on the tackle as well. Stonehouse coming up from the safety position. It'll be 2nd down and 1, 5:10 to go. Two receivers to the right, shotgun. Robinson to the right of the left of the quarterback. Ball snap. McDonald fakes it to Robinson. He's going to keep it. Perry in pursuit is going to wrap up McDonald. When McDonald falls forward, that's good enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10 Buckaroos. .453 to go in the 4th quarter. 26-20 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The Rebels lead the Buckaroos. McDonald under center. They come out in the I formation. 1 receiver to the right. 2 tight ends on the line to the quarterback's right. They hand it to Javelin Robinson, who trips. As the Rebels get a little bit of a break as Robinson goes down in the backfield, is able to stretch out and get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10.
That's his 13th carry, 21st carry, and he's got 94 yards on the game, looking to make that magic 100-yard.
Zach Thane out in the backfield replaces him as maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in for the bell cow of the Buckaroos. McDonald in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, gets the snap, hands it off. Real late handoff there. Perry is able to slow him down just enough where the rest of the Rebels can gang tackle. Good play there from Max Perry. He made the play, but will not get credit for a tackle. 3:48 to go in the game. 3rd down and 5. And we are going to get a timeout called by the Monticello Buckaroos. That's a good timeout there from their head coach, Reed Anderson. We'll be right. I'm Aaron Poling. This is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
In the state where life is
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. This is a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. 3rd down and 5 from the Rebels 49-yard line. Big play here. McDonald in the shotgun gets a snap. He's going to pass. Makes a move in the backfield. Is pursued by a couple different Rebels. Makes a move around the outside, and Max Perry is going to drag him down behind the line of scrimmage for a huge sack on 3rd down with 3:33 to go. Max Perry makes a play. That is your senior stepping up at a big moment. One more play for the Rebels defense. They're going to have to make another one. 4th down and 6. As McDonald made a few people miss in the backfield.
Yeah, Noah Perry went flying by.
Buckaroos come out, 2 receivers to the right. Back is on the right-hand side of the quarterback, McDonald. McDonald gets the snap. He rolls to his right. Cuts back upfield, makes a move. He's being pursued. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Another sack for the Rebels defense on 4th down. That is number 68, Carson Mulebrook. What a play there from Mulebrook, who's had a great night on the defensive line. He's been disruptive all night, and he makes the play for the Rebels defense. 2:56 to go on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels take over. 1st and 10, 26-20 they lead. As that is a great dogged effort there, as McDonald made a few people miss. And that's one thing we've talked about, is the Rebels' effort on defense has been tremendous this last 3 quarters. Hunter Pace.
Back in the...
Yep, that's Hunter Pace back in the game at quarterback. Offset I formation. Max Perry is the fullback. They give it to him. He goes right up the middle. He makes a man miss, and he's going to rumble for about 6 yards on the play after he got a small hole at the line of scrimmage. That's going to keep the clock moving as he was tackled in bounds. Good job there from Perry to stay in bounds. That's one thing a high school kid might not think about in this situation. You got to keep the clock moving. 2nd down and 4. If the Rebels offense can pick up a 1st down, they are in very, very good position to win this ball game.
Yeah, strong run by Max. I'm surprised he hasn't had more carries, but the offense has been flowing pretty good tonight. You're way above the Monticello Buckaroos on the total yardage, that's for sure, and time of possession.
Rebels are going to take their sweet time before this play. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Larson lets the play clock run all the way down but and calls a timeout. Pace under center. He's going to back out, and the Rebels will use a timeout with 1:55 to go in the ball game. It's a great move there from head coach Tyson Larson, as now a 1st down all but secures a victory for the Rebels. I'm Aaron Poling. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 KADQ and mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to the town of coldest temps and warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing that a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Savey and council members Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and Monica Schultez, with clerk Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Ridge Rebels!
when you enter the...
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. The Rebels have the ball and the lead. They lead by 6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 1:55 to go, 2nd and 4. Pace under center. Jumbo package. No, there's no mystery what they're going to do here. They hand it to Walker. Walker ahead, and he is going to pick up a big LSR 1st down for the Rebels. And that will just about do it here, Rob, as the Rebels will be able to salt out the clock. 1:49 to go. Buckaroos have 2 timeouts remaining, and they use one. They let in high school football, the chains have to be set before they can start the clock. Chains get set, they restart the clock. Rebels come out in that same package.
Hunter's watching the back judge to make sure he can use as much time on the clock as possible.
Get set. Hand it off to Walker again. He makes a couple people miss. He's wrapped up at about the 30-yard line, falls forward for another couple of yards. Just short.
Buckaroos will use their timeout
Of the first down. With that, we're going to go to a timeout. You are listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football. The station on main scoreboard says 26-20 Rebels over the Buckaroos with 1:14 to go. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tires broadcast booth. You're listening to the Bear Lake Community Health Center's presentation of Rebels football. As the fourth quarter today has been sponsored by Bear Lake Realty, Amber and Gary McKee in Garden City. That's Bear Lake Realty. Pace, quarterback, hand it off to, looks like, nope, that'll be Pace who gets the first down, and that is going to basically do it for us here. That's going to be the last timeout called by the Buckaroos. 1:09 to go. We're going to keep it right here, as this fourth quarter has been brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, Amber and Gary McKee in Garden City.
You should be able to just take a victory formation and put a knee to the ground and wrap this one up, put it in the refrigerator for Tyson Larson's first career win as a high school football coach.
Tyson Larson's handled himself pretty well for his first career game. He's made some really big decisions. I think that gave his kids a lot of confidence. Going for it early on 4th down in the first quarter, even though it was 4th and 5, many coaches may have punted it, but that shows confidence in your kids, and your kids respond to that. Would you rather play for a coach that has full faith in you, or a coach that, maybe a little less aggressive? And Tyson Larson has really handled himself well. Hey, Rob, what's the greatest formation in all of football?
Victory formation.
It's victory
right
formation. It's what the Rebels are in, as Pace takes a knee. He'll probably have to do it one more time before they can salt away this first victory of the season, and first victory, as we were talking about, of Coach Larson's Rebel career.
And the first 8-man victory. We saw what 8-man will do. One tackle, one big play. You take away those 2 big touchdown passes, and I've been impressed with the Rebel defense.
Rebels line up in the sweetest formation in football again. Pace checks the clock behind him. We got 37 seconds to go on the station on main scoreboard. Pace takes a knee, and that should do it. The Rebels come out onto the field, and they are all huddled around their coach, as it is his first career victory as a Rich Rebel, as the head coach of the Rich Rebels, And you could just see how excited they are for him. Obviously, everyone loves their first win of the season. This was a heck of a ball game, though.
Well played on both sides.
The Buckaroos, they did not give in. When they went down 2 scores early in the third quarter, they could have packed it in, but they fought back. A couple of their kids are pretty banged up, and that is going to do it for us here. The station on main scoreboard reads 26-20. Rebels over the Buckaroos. As the clock winds down to 0, both teams meet at 50-yard line, and they're going to shake hands after a hard-fought battle, which saw the Rebels win 26-20. We'll be right back with our post-game show after a quick word from our sponsors.
Lutz Construction is a premier excavation and landscaping company with over 25 years of experience. Lutz Construction delivers quality results on commercial and residential projects in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Lutz Construction sells everything you need for landscaping and offers a wide range of professional services like foundation digs and rock walls. For all your excavation and landscaping needs, call Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Visit diglutzconstruction.com.
A healthy smile improves life in many ways. Fresher breath, increased confidence, and better overall health. Dr. Sean Grohl and his team at Comprehensive Family Dental have been supporting Rich Rebels for over 25 years. Call today and schedule your next appointment. Go Rebels!
Supporting the Rich Rebels and everything they do. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation in Randolph provide services to Rich Rebel fans every day. Auto repair, tires, sand, and gravel. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation on Main Street in Randolph. Stop in today.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208. As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
This presentation on MyLocalRadio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation Postgame. Make your next vacation an epic one with rentals at Bear Lake. Cabins, boats, ATVs, inner tubes, fat tire bikes. Everything you need to make your next vacation epic. Year-round rentals. Visit epicrecreation.net. Today's game had some great plays. Let's look back at those now during the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches made fast and fresh every day. Get your delicious sandwich today at 113 Front Street, Evanston. And we got to roll it all the way back to the first quarter, the first offensive play of the game. 9:32 to go in the first quarter. McDonald completes a pass to Easton Young, 64-yard touchdown, as the Monticello Buckaroos went up 7-0. Rebels would respond with 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Hunter Pace, 1-yard QB keeper up the middle, 7-6. The extra point attempt, no good. Monticello responds, though, in the first quarter. As they get a 3-yard touchdown run. A 3-yard touchdown run from Javelin Robinson, That put the Buckaroos up 14-6. Rebels respond before halftime. 8:50 to go in the first half. Hunter Pace finds Jaden Dash in the far corner of the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion was converted on a pitch to Perry. That is 14-14. Rebels would score first in the third quarter. After some sloppy play offensively, Hunter Pace was able to find Jaden Dash for a 35-yard touchdown. Point after attempt by Trey Walker was blocked. Rebels scored next as Pace completes a pass to Trey Walker for a 39-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. That put the Rebels up 26-14. And Monticello with a beautiful play as McDonald completed a pass to Easton Young for a 69-yard touchdown, and that was a heck of a catch by Easton Young. That brought us to our final score, 26-20. Stay tuned for the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, the Player of the Game, and the Post-Game Diagnostic Report brought to you by Stacy's Repair. You're tuned in to the Epic Recreation Post-Game Show on Bear Lake Community Health Center. You're tuned into the Epic Recreation Post-Game Show on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money 2 ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation Post-Game Show. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab and Plains Tires broadcast booth. It's time for the Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham. Dr. McKay Frankham, Precision Family Dentistry at affordable prices. Call for an appointment, 307-789-8910. We had a little bit of discussion back and forth, Rob, as myself and Rob had a little bit of a discussion back and forth on which play should be the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, because Trey Walker had quite the sequence of back-to-back plays where he made a highlight reel interception, and at first I thought maybe that should be the one, but we came to a decision that it's going to be Kenneth Walker's.
Trey Walker's.
Trey Walker, looks like Kenneth Walker out there. Trey Walker's 39-yard touchdown reception on a little bit of a screen pass back to the left. He made 3 defenders miss, carried it to the pay dirt, and that ended up being the game-winning score. So that is going to be our Dr. McKay Frankham DDS Precision Play of the Game. And now we move along to our player of the game, and Got a little bit of internal debate about this one, too, because Hunter Pace did throw for 3 touchdown passes, and that's a lot in a high school game. Jaden
Dash.
Yeah, Jaden Dash, he could be it, too. He had 2 interceptions and a receiving touchdown.
2 receiving touchdowns.
2 receiving touchdowns. And then you have Trey Walker with another pick, a touchdown himself. But I think we have to give it to Jaden Dash just because 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Heck of a performance in your first game as a Rich Rebel in blue, moving from Evanston. That's quite the performance, and he has been chosen for our player of the game. Coming up next, the Stacy's Repair Postgame Diagnostics Report. When you need a repair, take to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center broadcast of Rebel Sports. The final score on the Station on Main scoreboard was 26-20 Rebels over the Buckaroos. We'll be right back after this break.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation postgame show. Make your next vacation epic. Visit epicrecreation.net. We're broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, and it's time for our Stacy's Repair postgame diagnostics report. And honestly, the report is going to be a positive one, as the Rebels did a lot of positive things. And what really hurt them defensively, their defense was great. But I'd say it's about 6 plays that the Buckaroos ran that you can really say led to all of their points, because they had the touchdown on the opening play. Then again, they had another long touchdown on that amazing catch from Young. And then the 3-play touchdown drive they had was off of a turnover from the Rebels. So, I mean, just 6 plays defensively. Their defense was outstanding outside of that. The offense had a few hiccups, which is to be expected. First game of the season, first 8-man game, first game under a new head coach. Just a lot of firsts for these kids, so they're not going to be as crisp as they would be week 5. But, you know, for your first game as a quarterback in an 8-man game, Hunter Pace played pretty well. And it's not about what he did, it's how he responded that was really impressive to me. And this Rich Rebels team, they have some gumption, as they responded after they got hit in the mouth a few times in this game. They always came back and responded, and that's why they won this ball game.
I'd say the stat that stands out to me, I was worried about Monticello's passing game. They end up being 5 of 15 for 161 yards with 2 touchdown passes but 3 interceptions. And the other one that stands out is third down conversions. Rich was 7 of 15 on third down and 2 of 12 for Monticello. But this is even a bigger one. Rich was 1 of 2 on fourth down conversions. Monticello was 1 of 6 on fourth down. When they tried to go for it, they only punted once. Monticello only punted once in the game. But those fourth down conversions, the defense stepped up big. Well played by both teams.
And that goes back to what we were talking about. Rebels' defense is probably going to carry them as far as they're going to go this year. It is going to be on the defense, as the defense came out and played well. Once again, 6 plays that led to 20 points. And that's just 8-man football. Anything can happen in one play. You miss one tackle, they're gone. This has been the post-game diagnostic report sponsored by Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Stay tuned to the Bear Lake Convention Center and Visitors Bureau calendar update. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on KADQ 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation Postgame Center. When you're thinking about spending time from the Les Schwab Plains broadcast booth, looking forward to the coming week of Rebel Sports, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau calendar update. And what we have for you is the next Rich Rebels broadcast will be on Thursday, as we'll be in Rich as the volleyball team takes on Kemmer as they try to improve to 1-0. And next week on Friday, we're going to have quite a busy day as the volleyball team will be in the Cokeville tournament, and depending on times, if the volleyball team plays early enough in the morning, we'll have that game for you. We will make an announcement about that later next week. And then after that, we have the football game at home, Gunnison, 1 p.m. We will be covering that as well.
That'll be a 1 p.m. JV start and then a 4 o'clock varsity game.
So we will have the pregame show for you about, I'd say maybe about 3:20 on Friday for that football game. For volleyball, it'll be at the conclusion of the JV game. We will also have the Saturday of the Cokeville tournament for the volleyball team as well. When you're thinking about spending some time at beautiful Bear Lake, make sure you visit the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau website. They have great information about year-round activities, places to stay and eat, and more. Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Bear Lake, Utah, and Idaho. Plan your next vacation today. Visit bearlake.org. The final score on the Station on Main scoreboard was Rich Rebels 26, the Monticello Mustangs 20.
Buckaroos.
Monticello Buckaroos, excuse me. This has been a sports production and broadcast of the Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcasted without express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. Once again, the final score of today's game, Rebels 26, Buckaroos 20 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Tune in for coverage of the next Rich High School football game next Friday when the Rebels take on Gunnison at home in Randolph. We'll be on the air with you for our pregame show at about 3:20. Until then, go Rebels.